Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another tag video. I've been tagged once again. This time I was tagged by Chucky Doll to do this tag. Now this is sort of in the same realm as the other tag I just did, which is the favorite of the franchise horror tag that was done by sci-fi horror guy, Rob. This one was created by Chucky Doll, and this time it is your favorite of the franchise when it comes to action movies. So basically what Chucky Doll did, he gave a list of 22 list of action franchises, and he said, and in this one you said you can pick like more than one movie, but for me I'm going to go with what Rob did, kind of like what he did on the horror tag. I'm just going to choose my favorite of the series, so I can keep it even like I did with the horror tag. So Chucky Doll, if you're watching, thanks for tagging me in this, and let's get on to the tag. So let's get on to it. The first franchise is the Terminator franchise, and I gotta go with this. The first Terminator. I love Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I love Terminator 2. It's one of my favorite sequels of all time. But if I had to choose my favorite Terminator, it would have to be the first one. Just a great introduction to Arnold as the Terminator. You have great Michael Biehn, Linda Hamilton, Paul Winfield. Really the first really big movie that James Cameron did, and then 2 years later would do Aliens, and his career just took off from there. Terminator 2 he did, True Lies, and things like that. But the first Terminator is my favorite. I love it's kind of like a horror movie too, but really great movie. Love the first Terminator. So that's my favorite Terminator of the franchise. The second one is the Rambo series. I gotta go with Rambo First Blood Part 2 as my favorite because I just love that one so much. Love Rambo 2. Rainbow. Can I talk right? Rambo 2. If I know how to talk right. So Rambo First Blood Part 2 will be my favorite of that franchise. The next one is the Ninja Turtles series. I gotta go with the first one. The first Ninja Turtles film is fantastic. Really great one as well. I mean, just a lot of great stuff. I love Elias Koteas as Casey Jones. You have Judith Hogue as April. I love the look of the Turtles. I think Steve Barron did a great job directing this. So yeah, easily the first one is my favorite of the Ninja Turtles series. Number 4 is the Lord of the Rings series. I was never really a guy that was really big on Lord of the Rings. I've seen the movies. I think they are well done flicks. If I had to choose one, it would be Return of the King. But I think the Lord of the Rings are good movies, but I was never like one of those big fanatics of them. I never got crazy about Lord of the Rings. But Return of the King is my favorite one. Number 5 is the Avengers series. I gotta go with the first Avengers. Just because that was like the first big team-up movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it was just cool to see all those characters on screen. So the first Avengers will be the best one for me, my favorite. The next one is the Iron Man franchise. I gotta go with the first Iron Man. Easily my favorite of the Iron Man series. The next one is Mission Impossible. The Mission Impossible films. I gotta go with Rob on this one. I'm gonna go with Fallout as my favorite one. Love Fallout. Easily one of my favorite films of that year. Love the Mission Impossible Fallout. The next one is the Hellboy movies. To be honest though, I was just like with Rob on this one. I was never really big on the Hellboy movies. If I had to choose one, it would be the first Hellboy. But like I said, it's not one of those films I watch a whole lot. Never got into Hellboy. But if I had to choose one, it would be the first one. The next one is the Men in Black movies. I gotta go with the first one as the best one. That's one of Will Smith's best movies, the first Men in Black. Number 10 is the Transformers movies. I hate all of the Transformer movies, but the one I really did enjoy was Bumblebee, and that's the one I got to go with as my favorite. Bumblebee. Was really surprised by Bumblebee. I didn't expect it to like it as much as I did. Granted, coming off of like Age of Extinction and Transformers 3 and 2 and all that stuff with Michael Bay, but yeah, Bumblebee I was quite surprised by. I would have to say that's my favorite of the Transformers series. All the other ones I think suck. I think Bumblebee got it right. The next one is the Expendables franchise. Gotta go with the first Expendables because that was the first one that started it all. It was just cool to see all those action stars together in a movie. Granted, the second one was pretty decent. The third one was atrocious. They're making Expendables 4. I don't know how you can recover from the third movie. I really don't know how you can, but the first Expendables is my favorite. The next one is the Rocky films. I gotta go with the original Rocky. Classic movie. The next one is the Lethal Weapon movies. And I gotta go, of course, the first Lethal Weapon. One of my favorite films from the 80s, one of my favorite action movies of all time, one of my favorite buddy cop films of all time. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are great as Riggs and Murtaugh. Gary Busey as Mr. Joshua was fantastic. Directed by Richard Donner. I mean, these two just have excellent chemistry with each other. And like I said, Gary Busey is an awesome villain. I mean, the first Lethal Weapon is fantastic. I do enjoy all the Lethal Weapons, but the first one's the best one. And it's my favorite. The next one is the Fast and the Furious movies. Was never really one of those guys that went crazy about Fast and the Furious, but if I had to choose one, the one that I really did thoroughly enjoy, like out of all of them, it would be Fast 5. That's my favorite. Number 15 is the Superman movies. For me, I gotta go with the original Superman from 1978 with Christopher Reeve. I love the original Superman. Love the whole theme song. Also directed by Richard Donner. Number 16, this is the Planet of the Apes. I think Chucky Doll meant the new films. If I had to choose out of the new films, it would be Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I love that one. The next one is the Red series. There's only 2 movies of this. Was never really much of a Red, franchise fan. There's only 2 movies, but the first one is the best one. But it's not one of those action movies I watch a whole lot. But I do enjoy the first Red. Red 2 wasn't that great, but I like the first Red. Number 18 is the Death Race movies. Gotta go with Death Race 2000. That's the one with Stallone. Number 19, the RoboCop movies. Easily gotta go with the original RoboCop with Peter Weller. Gotta go with the original. Love RoboCop. Love the original one. The next one is the Indiana Jones movies. Without a doubt, my favorite is Temple of Doom. Easily my favorite Indiana Jones movie. The next one, the Escape Plan movies. I gotta tell you, I don't really care for any of them, but if I had to choose one, it would be the first one, but I still thought that was a very disappointing movie. The second and third one were garbage, especially the second one. Don't get me started on the second one, but if I had to choose one, it would be the first one, but I don't really care for any of them, to be honest. And the last one is the Beverly Hills Cop movies, and I gotta go with the original. Gotta go with the first Beverly Hills Cop. Easily one of Eddie Murphy's best movies. I love the first Beverly Hills Cop, so there you have it. Those are my answers to this tag. So once again, Chucky Doll, thanks a lot for tagging me in this. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. You guys take care.